So the Lakers had one of their best games of the season against the Dallas Mavericks, and JJ Reddicks said he stayed up for almost 2 straight days preparing for the game. Yes, for a regular season game. That just shows his dedication and how much he wants this team to have success. And when your team makes a sudden trade that completely shifts everything in terms of basketball, like the Lakers did, sometimes that is what it takes. And it's nice to see this type of effort out of a head coach, because throughout LeBron's career, it has kind of felt like some coaches took a back seat to things and didn't try as hard as they could have, because LeBron was basically already the coach. But not JJ. He has come in and he has taken command from day one. LeBron couldn't boss him around, AD couldn't boss him around, and now Luca can't either. This is JJ Reddicks' team, and he has been drawing up some genius offensive schemes. And let's just get right into some of the plays. And funny enough, right after the jump ball is the first one I want to go over. So LeBron defends the Jamal Murray jump shot, he missed, and LeBron is already running up the court in fast break because he instinctively knew who was in line to get the rebound. It was Luca. And it's crazy how at age 40, LeBron at a full head of steam can still outrun pretty much anyone in the league. And Luca, like LeBron, can throw some crazy outlet passes on time and on target. This one right here was just pretty. Can't wait to see more of this throughout the rest of the season, and LeBron threw the hammer down. He even had the Denver crowd on their feet. Some electric stuff. Now here LeBron starts up top at the logo to set up the offense. Jackson Hayes tries to set the screen, but LeBron actually goes right, and the right read would have actually been Hayes on the roll because Jokic was kind of lazy and let him go right by him, and from there it would have been a 2-on-1 with Luka against Jamal Murray, but instead it was Reeves who received the ball, and he just absolutely stunned Christian Braun with the fake, and then he knew Jokic was not going to step in front of him, so he was able to finish easily at the rim. I think what the Lakers realized in this game is that if they stayed aggressive, they would wear Joker down. Obviously the playoffs is a different animal, but in the regular season, you can rim run him all day long. And then this right here, what Luca brings to the table is something that the Lakers have never had outside of LeBron. Luca brings up the ball, and barely even after crossing the line, he is ready to shoot. Luca is one of the 10 players in the league that as a defender, you have to be ready to guard almost as soon as he crosses half court. Because right here, he let it fly, and it was wet like water. Shout out to Cash Nasty, sorry, that was so cringy. And this was big for Luca to see go down, because I think it made him regain his confidence, and he was dominant the rest of the game. And then this play right here showed some of LeBron's passing on display. He's the best passer in NBA history for a reason. And as the Lakers and pretty much the entire NBA likes to run, Rui sets up the pick and roll. Well, this was more of like a pick and pop. And look at the attention LeBron draws. It's almost like Jokic didn't even care about Rui for some reason. So this was an easy behind the back pass. And shout out to Hachimura for knocking down the shot, because sometimes it's not easy to make shots when you're too wide open. Now let's move on to later in this game, but first off, I would really appreciate it if you would drop a like and subscribe. It only takes 5 seconds, plus you can always change your mind. We are on the road to 50,000 subscribers, and with your support, I believe that we can get there super fast. Alright, so back to the breakdown. The Lakers really don't have many clips where I'm like, wow, that was incredible ball movement, or anything like that. Usually it's 1 or 2 passes, and then they take the open shot, which is not a bad thing at all. It can be extremely effective, and sometimes we see teams that almost sort of move the ball too much. And the fast pace and quick shooting is what is so genius about the offense. Only so many players in the league would feel comfortable walking the ball down the court and pulling up in a defender's face without passing. But Luka is one of those guys, and when he's hot, you can't stop it, no matter how hard you try. And then for a defensive highlight, this is perfect position on Nikola Jokic, and it's great anticipation too, as Dorian Finney-Smith jumps the pass, then he makes the pass to Reeves to create a transition opportunity. And when LeBron is running like this with full steam ahead, you know there's nothing you can do as a defense. And Murray did stand strong, walling up, but this is what LeBron has been so good at his whole career, and it was one of those vintage Bron moments with the shoulder shrug. Father Time just cannot find a way to defeat this man. And then back on the defensive end again, I made this take in my last Lakers video. It was definitely a hot one and many people disagreed, but the Lakers defense has honestly been better since the departure of AD. It's almost like because the safety blanket is gone, around the rim collectively, the Lakers as a whole, 1 through 10, have been playing with a new level of intensity in terms of defending around the rim. And the Lakers still do have a lot of size. They have big guards and big forwards. They're a big team. And this also is just LeBron being LeBron, because as 2 guys tried to jump the pass to Jokic, LeBron being 1-on-3 was still able to block the Christian Braun layup to reset the play. Both offensively and defensively, LeBron can bail this team out over and over again. But yeah, ever since acquiring Luka, the ceiling of what the Lakers can do is at a completely different level. And really the main concern was defense, but so far so good in that aspect of things. And the new offense has just been genius. And as Luka starts to settle in and the shock of the trade goes away, he's really gonna find that groove. And he multiple times has already stated how happy he is right now and how exciting it is to play with these guys. And even though Luka definitely looked rusty in his first few games with his new team, and the Lakers went on a bit of a losing skid, there were a lot of positives. And honestly, when you're looking at any LeBron team in terms of the regular season, you have to assess things with a grain of salt, because LeBron pretty much invented not caring about the regular season. Every now and then, like we saw against Denver, he will give his all to see where he and the team stands against the best teams in the league, but for the most part, he plays the regular season at his own pace, and that is how he has been healthy for 2 decades, unlike everyone else in the league. And I think LeBron is the perfect mentor for Luka, because for a guy like him, he was never going to play with somebody better than him unless he was with a guy like Curry or LeBron. But now he is, and now he has a role model that can teach him about taking care of his body, eating, and proper preparation. Obviously, Luka still does all that stuff. You don't become a top 5 player in the NBA without doing so, but LeBron just does it at a different level. And I mean, when Luka figures out his diet and when he's in peak physical condition, man, it might be over for this league. And I said it all along, but I thought Luka watching a 40-year-old dive after loose balls and playing clamps would be inspiring. And so far, it seems like I was right, but I'm not at all saying that I'm the one that came up with that theory. It was pretty obvious. But anyways, enough of me talking. Here's what Luka himself had to say following that big-time performance against the Nuggets. That's really all I have to say for this video. Thank you all so much if you made it to this point, and if you enjoyed it and haven't yet, please be sure to drop a like and subscribe, because your support truly does mean the world. And also, let me know what you would like to see next, and until then, I will see you all later.